Good afternoon. Today we will study about an indication by a to-infinitive and a gerund. Previously we studied about a noun, that is one of the indications. The to-infinitive and gerund are also applied to indicate a subject or an object, that is a description. Let's start to study about the indication about a description, a to-infinitive and a gerund. The term infinitive means that the role of the infinitive is indefinite, in which role the infinitive will have either as an indication or a description in each statement. We will start to study about a to-infinitive. We will learn about the preposition to and the root infinitive. This page is about the origin of the term infinitive. The origin of the term infinitive reveals that the role of the infinitive is determined in a statement. A to-infinitive is a combination of a preposition to and a root infinitive, that is the object of the preposition to. An infinitive that has the same form as a verb is termed as a root infinitive. The term root infinitive means that the root infinitive has the same form as a root of a verb. A to-infinitive is able to be analyzed as a phrase of a preposition to, and the root infinitive receives the definition of the preposition to from the subject of the preposition to. A speaker can indicate a description about a subject with the to-infinitive. A to-infinitive that is applied as an indication can be applied as an indication about an experience, a condition, or an action of a subject. The description indicated by a to-infinitive is an experience, a condition, or an action as a purpose of a subject that is expected to actualize later than the present. The root infinitive that has the same form as the verb indicates an experience, a condition, or an action of the subject of the preposition to. The definition of the preposition to reveals that the experience, condition, or action indicated by the root infinitive is expected to actualize from the point in time when the subject of the preposition to exists. In other words, if a subject of the preposition to exists at the present, the expected experience, condition, or action indicated by the root infinitive as the object of the preposition to will be the orientation or purpose of the subject. This can be understood from the definition of the preposition to. The object of the preposition to receives the definition of the preposition to that describes the orientation of the subject on the premise that the subject of the preposition exists. The orientation of the subject can be interpreted into an expectation of the subject when it comes to the orientation based on time. The orientation of the subject also can be based on a place, because a point in time and a place are the premises of a subject to exist, like the x-axis and y-axis in Cartesian coordinate system. There is an example. I like to eat a snack. A speaker applies the phrase of the to-infinitive to eat a snack as the object of the transitive verb like to indicate an expected action after the present condition of the speaker as a subject. The speaker as the subject conveys the definition of the transitive verb like to an expected action indicated by the phrase of the to-infinitive to eat a snack. We can understand that this clause describes the condition of the speaker at the present described by the transitive verb like. The listeners can also understand that the definition of the transitive verb like is conveyed to an expectation that is stated to actualize later than the present when the speaker states this clause and whose condition is described by the transitive verb like. A speaker applies a gerund to indicate a description about an experience, a condition, or an action that lasts during a period. The gerund consists of a verb and the suffix ing, and the experience, condition, or action indicated by a gerund is revealed by the former part of the gerund, whose form is the same as the verb. The fact that the gerund indicates an experience, a condition, or an action that lasts during a period is revealed by the suffix ing. A to-infinitive as an indication or a description is termed in the same way. This means that the to-infinitive can have a role as an indication or a description, specifically as an adjective or an adverb. A verb and the suffix ing applied as an indication is termed a gerund. and a verb and the suffix ing applied as a description, specifically as an adjective or an adverb, is termed a present participle. So the term for a gerund or a present participle is quoted with a role as an indication or a description. You can understand that the gerund and present participle have the same form.